sisters with me.
Of course, it's our 50th episode, and I had to have us on mute, so we're gonna do it again. It's your girl, Mysterious Jax. You are now tuned into Ladies Night Radio Show, coming to you live from the Good News Studio. Also here with me are my crazy, fun, beautiful co-hosts, the ladies.
Hey, everyone! We're about to have a big old party, and guess why? Not only because it's our 50th, but because Crazy Maria is up in the house.
Yes. Yes. Hey, happy Friday, y'all. It's your girl, Myra. Hope you guys are ready for this dope-ass 50th episode we have.
That's right.
Hey, y'all. It's Mari on the mic. Love being back. So excited to spend our 50th with everybody listening. Tune in, participate. It's about to go down.
Yes.
And, of course, producer Kosie's in the building, making sure we're doing everything right. Do you want to say a shout-out? Hi, everyone. She brought champagne. She's ready to get us tipsy because we're going to have a good time. Yes. And so, Madi, I had to hit you up. I hit up Madi because I was like, girl, it's our 50th episode. You started this with me. You better be here. So I'm so glad you were able to make it and take time out of your busy schedule of grad school.
Thank you. I always want to combine. I love getting. I love this community. I'm like being here and being in touch with everybody and getting everybody's vibes. So I'm just excited to be here. Excited to have our 50th. Like, what the hell? Like, we went from 0 to 50, you know? And all up in the middle. It was not any easier.
It was not.
So, we here, we're thriving, we're doing it, and hopefully today is just as fun as all the other ones we've ever had.
Hey, where my ladies at? Where my ladies at?
Well, this is a good-ass song. This should have been the intro. Yes, we should have come out to this.
We've actually been coming out to this.
Thanks.
We actually have, and I was playing it earlier when we were muted, so that's what they were hearing.
Okay, good. Yeah. So you guys were already getting down before we got started.
They were good.
Just so you know, Myra twerks every time.
Every time I play
we need
it.
to have like a choreographed twerk. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, we need to watch.
People
like,
are going to be waiting for that twerk.
Yes.
At our live show,
At our live shows, you better start twerking for them.
Yeah, you better start. Take those classes or the YouTube videos. They be teaching you how to twerk on those YouTube videos. I'm just saying, visual learners.
Oh, right.
Just
For
watch
real,
the
for
Stallions video. Shit, that's
Oh
the
my
right
gosh.
way right there.
She got them knees.
Was Meg the Stallion the one that did her video and like total 90s and just twerked in the rain? Like,
Oh, I don't know.
you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen their videos.
Wasn't that girl?
what was it, y'all?
Normani?
Sorry.
Was it Normani?
Yeah, it was Narmani. Sorry, y'all. Thank you for correcting me.
yeah.
That was a dope ass video. Have you seen that video?
No, I have
Y'all,
not.
you need to get into
gotta
it.
see it.
It's
Send me the
amazing.
link. I want to
Yes.
see that
Yeah,
one.
send it to all of us, damn it.
No.
Just me.
Some of y'all better not learn how to twerk. I am not going to get in trouble for all that.
I already know how to twerk.
I feel her. I felt her on that.
Fuck with me.
They ain't ready, Maria.
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready. They don't know Myra is more like it.
Yeah, they don't know.
Well, you don't let me post the videos.
You did post the video.
Yeah, but you deleted it. You deleted
Well, that's
it.
because that wasn't twerking. That was just craziness.
Well, you
a
didn't.
bunch of craziness.
But it was funny, and you
Yeah.
you deleted it. Anyways,
to my expense.
thank you to everybody who's joined us in the chat box. We see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Every Friday night, we are excited to see y'all. So yeah, thanks for being here. So let's go ahead and jump into.
Oh my God!
wow, so early?
Yes.
Hold on.
We appreciate the thirst.
Are you making it ring, Jackie?
I'm looking for it.
Hey, make it ring. Make it ring.
Where
Call
is
her. If we don't get to
Oh,
you,
wait,
just
I'm
keep
coming, I'm
calling.
coming.
Just keep calling.
Here it goes. Did I answer it? Thank you for calling into Ladies Night. Who are we talking to?
say what's up to the greatest lady show in the land. This is Mike Hill.
love you.
Hey,
Hi,
Mike.
I knew it, Michael. What would we do without
Hey.
you?
I know. I just wanted to congratulate you guys on your 50 episodes in. You guys are killing it, kicking ass, and doing everything great. So I had to show love today because you guys are so awesome. So, hey, cheers to 500 more that you guys are going to do.
Yes.
Hey.
Cheers. My cup is up.
Yes.
Hey, and I love you, ladies. Keep doing it. I'm so excited to see the continued growth, and I can't wait for more.
Oh, we love you too.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
We all have our cups up, so take a
Yes.
shot with us of tequila or something,
Yeah.
whatever you're drinking, or Hennessy.
Cheers.
Yeah, I might do Duce tonight. I'm feeling special because of you guys. So.
Hey!
Okay.
As you should.
As you should. Thanks, Michael. You can catch Michael every Thursday at 6:30 on Courtside Radio with the 4 other, what do you call the starting 5? So make sure y'all check them
There
out.
you go. Yeah,
Did-
hey, you guys have a great show. I'm tuning in.
Thanks,
That's right.
Michael.
Thank you,
Bye.
Michael. Love you.
Oh, see, that's fam right there. That's fam. That's why I love my Good News family. Shout out to the Good News.
Definitely. Yes.
That's right. This is actually the only place you can find us at the moment is the Good News Radio. So, if you're tuned in, shout out to you for supporting not only the Ladies Night Radio, but also the Good News Radio. And we have so many other amazing shows on the network. So make sure y'all check them out. So let's go ahead and get started with tonight's first segment, which is Maria's favorite, is the Chisme.
Okay. Let's get it
And
started.
obviously, Keith, too.
Chisme de
He's like,
otro
chisme,
mundo.
chisme, chisme.
No me diga, nena, cuéntame. Cuéntame.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot.
We'll take
Hotline,
that one
hotline
to-
bling.
Thank you for calling Ladies Night Radio. Who are we talking to?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Keith Good News.
Wow. He couldn't let Michael one up him.
Honestly, we had to hear from Keith. Good news, you know what I mean?
Aw,
We on the Good
that's
News
so
Network.
sweet.
What's going on, sir?
I couldn't let Michael just, just one up. So I had to call so I can one up him and say happy 50th show. I'm so proud of y'all. This is like crazy that y'all already have 50 shows, man.
Man,
The show
I know.
came such a long way over time. It's evolved to such an awesome just production, man. I'm just excited and. Happy 3 years to Jack, of course.
I know. I just posted that. Woo!
Y'all make sure that y'all take a shot for that.
Yes. Cups are up
I'm
again.
over here at work cheating to the side while I'm at work right now. So,
Put it in the
I'm
thermos.
tuned in, so I just wanted to say, have a great show, and I'm waiting for the cheese man.
Hey, that's actually where we're going right now.
Hey. I'm sorry.
You already got her going.
She's the best part.
Bye, Keith. Thank you so much for calling.
All right,
We
y'all.
appreciate you. We love you. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's why I love my Good News family. This is a big deal. Like, I don't know for people who do podcasts or do radio shows, like 50 is a big number. Usually in the podcast world, people don't go past episode 18.
Oh,
It's-
really?
yeah.
Is that statistic? or
Yeah,
something? Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Episode 18 is usually where like people stop like with the shows either because they got tired, they couldn't keep up. So for 50 for us is a big number. So we celebrate that. So congrats to us.
Yes.
It's a big
Yes.
deal. And next month will be a 1 year that we've been doing Ladies Night.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Next month, I know. All right, so I'm going to replay this because I know Keith loves hearing this part. So let me go ahead and play it for him.
De chisme de otro mundo.
No me diga, nena, cuéntame.
Keith loves that part.
You really be hyped like that, too.
Yeah.
Like, give it to me. Saucy.
So right now the chisme is slow your roll. LA is currently mourning. The Dodgers have lost their opportunity to play at the World Series. Oh my God.
Too soon.
I
No, I'm
know.
just
It comes as a shock as they've had a strong run these past few years and have really made Dodger fans proud. This brief postseason has people wondering what happened. A lot of the blame is being blamed on Kershaw for throwing home runs to the other team. There's a video that is going viral right now where a fan wearing Kershaw's jersey walks down the stairs of the stadium as he takes off his jersey and throws it onto the field. And of course, there's tons of memes making fun of him saying that he choked and comparing to the other sad memes. with all the backlash, we really need to ask ourselves, can a single player lose a game? And 2, are you a true fan if you give up your team when they're down? So I really wanted to make sure I put this in the cheese minute because I have some things to say. I don't know about you ladies or people that are listening if you guys follow sports in general. Like, when your team loses, like, are you throwing your jersey, Maria, when your Cowboys lose?
Never. I might not respond to some text messages or some DMs that I get, but never would I ever throw any Dodger or Cowboy jersey at all. No,
right. That's what I'm saying. No. And so would you have something to say, Maddie?
I would say that there's a stipulation though. So like, let's say the team is playing like you've never, like, you root for your team for a certain reason and you love them and you're loyal for a reason. But if you go out there and you pay for all that money and you see them not playing the way that you know your team knows how to play, and it could be, I don't know, like, I think in that case you have the right to be upset. Like, it could be because maybe there's unsportsmanlike conduct. It could be like other. Well, I'm not saying like that day. I'm not saying that guy was so out of line because they really tried their hardest. You can't blame the pitcher for everything. If you're not going to give them all the credit when they win, don't give them all the credit when they lose.
But you said it right. Upset. That fool threw his if we're talking about him, he threw his jersey into the outfield. That in itself is very disrespectful. Yeah. So, yes.
Yeah, you should not be allowed to come back because it's like you were that upset. Like, you don't need to come back anymore.
Yes. That is a level of disrespect. And also, like, you're married to this team. Like, when you really are diehard, just think of it as a relationship.
Some of these hoes is not loyal.
True.
He must have not been from L.A.
No. Exactly. That's what I said in my post.
Jackie told me yesterday.
I was like, I bet you it's a low-key Yankee fan trying to make us look bad.
He's a transplant or something. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
He's a low-key Yankee fan.
He did it for
social media to make Dodger fans look bad.
Yeah.
It could be that.
He did point. He was like, "Oh, it's still LA," and he pointed at his tattoo. I guess he had a Dodgers tattoo.
But no, if that, like,
but still, that's
so I understand he's probably not mad at the Dodgers, probably mad at Kershaw. But let me say this really quick, and I get it. I think a lot of people have said, if you watch Dodgers a lot, you know that for some reason Kershaw chokes in the playoffs.
Yes.
So we kind of know this, and I get it. Maybe it's too much pressure. We don't know, and you're right. He should be, a little bit better. Like, come on, man. But at the same time, he didn't. Hey, put me in, coach. Yeah. I'm gonna freaking pitch. No, that was Dave Roberts. That was the manager's decision or the coach's decision to put him in.
Yes.
So you as a coach, knowing this about your players, you should know your players well enough. Yeah. Maybe the pressure is too much for him. Don't put him in.
Yeah.
If he finished strong on the 7th inning, okay, cool, take him out. Let's put in the next pitcher. Yeah. That's it. Like, that really got under my skin. I have a friend, shout out to my friend Will. He's been telling me since we got Dave Roberts that he did not like him. He's like, I hate Dave Roberts. He's not a good coach. He's not going to take you guys to the World Series. Watch. He's been saying this for the last few years.
Yeah.
So when this last one, I was like, man, I think you're right. Like, I think we need to change our coach. But it just been confirmed in the news that he is going to be coaching the Dodgers next year.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if anything, you just got to give him props because it must be like humiliating to like have that happen to you. Like, I can't imagine the pressure of being on TV and having so many people watch me give up, quote unquote, give up runs. Like,
do you think he wanted that?
And you're still out there trying your hardest.
Yeah,
like, that
I
says
felt
a lot
it when after the second home run. What did he do? He didn't even turn around. Yeah. He just got down to his he squatted and he put his head in his hands. Like, he was just so like sad and like embarrassed. And I felt for the guy. I was like, me as a player, I've been there where you fuck up or you didn't do what you wanted to do. I don't think he wanted to give those home runs. Yeah. And sure enough, when he came back to the dugout, he sat away from everybody. Yeah. He probably told everybody, like, just leave me alone. Yeah. And that's where those memes came where, like, nobody wants to sit next to Kershaw. And it's like, nah, they probably respected the player and, like, let me give him space. Yeah, because we've all been there.
Yeah, because your feelings die out that night. The next day you're fine. But, like, he really has to go home and continue to feel like what you thought he was that night.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Can I just say that Keith is in the chat. He said he choked like he ate 3 Popeyes biscuits with nothing.
With no water?
No honey, no nothing.
Kathy said, hell nah, you don't disrespect your team like that. Yes. I agree, Kathy.
And she's a Giants fan, so that says a lot.
Yeah.
KB, look what KB wrote. Oh, thank you. Hey, no, honestly, there's a letter going around that a Giants fan wrote to Kershaw, and I got to give props to that person.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all love. Mm-hmm. Read what KB wrote.
So Kenny said, Kershaw chokes harder, more than legendary post. Well, I didn't see that. Sorry, porn stars. Still a great pitcher, though. I agree. I agree. Every time we go into the playoffs.
First of all, there's nothing wrong with a little choke.
You agree that?
Second of all,
you agree that he chokes?
Okay.
I think you're too old for that.
I'm just saying, like,
stop.
Don't come for my man. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it is a hard thing when you're in the playoffs and you're going up to bat. I mean, I've been there.
And it's not like he's
times.
a shitty player and he disrespects LA. He's a good person.
The nerves get the best of him. So.
And honestly, I didn't watch the aftermath of the interview, but I heard that he took the blame and
that's good.
He was really classy about it.
Yeah.
So that just shows up his character. So he's a good player. But
Kathy says she feels bad for the dude. Pobrecito.
I know, I do too. That's why I was like, dude, give him some slack.
He still got his money, but we do feel bad.
Yeah. Just don't, what would you say?
Moni's in here laughing at your choke comment.
Moni, that's all you heard, girl. We talking sports.
No, we moving over to the next cheeseman, and the next cheeseman is Sesame Street Gets It. You may not watch Sesame Street anymore, but you might have heard that Carly, one of the characters, has admitted her mom suffers from opioid addiction by sharing that her mom is in recovery. This is on Sesame Street, y'all. Sesame Street. In effort to support families that deal with addiction, the show has decided to bring awareness of it through its characters. Because did you know that 5.7 million children under the age of 11 live with a parent suffering from substance abuse? The response has been both positive and negative. But if this is how Sesame Street wants to support families, then so be it. So what do you guys think of this? A whole situation on Sesame Street.
I got a little something. This shit gets me pissed all the way
Tell
off.
them, Marty. Tell them.
If we had a live camera on this crazy heifer right here.
I just get really worked up, and I'm all for awareness of this. I really am. But where was this awareness during the crack epidemic? Where was this same empathy for children whose parents were addicted to crack, and really not for any other reason other than poverty? Opioids. It costs a shit ton of fucking money. Do you know the demographic of people that affects? I'll give you one guess.
Yeah.
Is not black.
Right.
It's white.
People
and
wealthy
so
people.
it's wealthy people.
Money.
There are a lot of poor people, but the huge demographic is white. And I'm all here for finding resources, for giving children that awareness, for giving them the support. But it's a lot of hypocrisy that happens and a lot of fake shit because crack is still looked down upon. Yeah. It's still a joke. People laugh about it when there's quote unquote crack babies, but we over here real fucking concerned with the Sesame character giving them an opioid addicted mother. So it's like, that's cool. Now you got to give somebody a crack addicted mom. Right. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, Marty said it.
I'm just applauding the person that, is working in this time of the year that we are in, and that he had a light bulb to help those kids that are dealing with a parent that is on whatever drug they are. So taking just the whole rich part out of it, maybe those people didn't have a light bulb back then, and now this smart ass person came in, or probably somebody that dealt with some type of drug. So I'm just trying to see the light.
I would say any type of drug, but they made it specific to opioid. So it's like, opioid, that's
right.
But it's like, where's the crack?
Exactly.
Where's the
I didn't even think of that, Marty, until
I didn't either.
All we got was Dave Chappelle and Tyrone Biggums.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
And even that was not taken serious.
And that wasn't even taken seriously.
Lord.
But that's true. What do you call an opioid baby? Like depression?
Yeah, you give them what they need, but it's like that same service is not really afforded, or the empathy is not given to the children of families who are addicted to other things that really a lot of people in poverty are addicted to. Yeah. So for me, I'm all for awareness, but you need to make it equitable. Right. Otherwise, that's some real shady shit. And it doesn't speak highly of you as a network. It just makes you look real desperate to please the white viewers.
Yeah, but no one's gonna bring that up, and no one's gonna really. Yeah, that's
thought
what
of
sucks.
it that way.
Right.
You have the actual chat box going crazy. Moni says facts, applauding you. Kenny says facts, Mari.
Y'all, we missed her, right? Tell her we missed Marty.
And I haven't even finished my first drink. So
yes,
we missed you, girl. But we know you're handling your business and at grad
trying.
school. But you're always welcome to come. So I'm glad you were able to join us on 50th episode. Yay. So let's wrap it up. We're going up to our next cheeseman, which is wrap it up or stay home. Damn. CDC is concerned about the alarming rise in STD infections. Syphilis, which was very close to being eliminated, has resurfaced among young women as they have been giving birth to stillborns. Infant death is one of the many effects of syphilis. Gonorrhea, which has gone down to a few cases, has also resurfaced, and chlamydia, which can have no symptoms, causes infertility has also made its way back to the bedroom. There's indications that Trump administration is to blame for the outbreak. Always blame Trump, no matter what. Just blame Trump for constantly bashing reproductive health care. I get that, Kosie. Shout out to Kosie. When clinics, not because of this, because she wrote it. When clinics such as Planned Parenthood become defunded or experience budget cuts, it becomes difficult to educate and empower communities to not only protect themselves, but prevent the spread of diseases. The main fear, if it's the rates of these 3 STDs are increasing and CDC cannot control its prevention, it will contribute to the rise in HIV rates, which will be tragic. So where do you think about that, Maria? I know you were the ones that sent the story to Kosie.
I feel like, to be honest, I didn't hear much of what you were saying because I was
wow,
in the
let me
box.
mute you. Go ahead. You're done. You're out of here. And Myra, what do you think of
I told you, Myra.
How are you just going to tell me I didn't hear anything you were saying?
Because I'm in the chat box. I'm like,
do
really
both. Do both.
Hey,
do better.
I'm going through this.
Do better. Do better.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
Because
ahead.
I know she's got some input because we were discussing it.
So, because I didn't want to go off of what you had said, so I was telling you beforehand. But I feel like all this stuff that is going on with the hot boy, hot girl summer, now fuck boy, I feel like kids are getting the wrong idea. And I do feel like I would love to see the statistics, but I feel like if we do see the statistics, it's going to mostly fall on teenagers / like 20-year-olds. I want to gear more towards the early 20s because I'm hoping that, later 20s you guys got it together enough to understand. But I really do feel that it's a fad right now to just be fuck boy girl or fuck boy boy or
promiscuous, you mean?
Yes, it's the thing right now.
It would be nice to know what age group, because there's all these TV shows like Euphoria and all these other that are promoting teen sex and teen drugs and all these other things. It would be interesting to know what the age group is.
Yes.
And in my opinion, based on the past statistics, it's always the younger group, like between 17 to 25 kind of thing.
I think the craziest part is like this phenomenon is a little bit new, but I think we can all, because we're all from different generations, attest to the fact that like it's not new that bad shit happens when there's promiscuity, and that's always happened since fucking the 1900s. I don't even know, like shit, the Black Plague was probably an STD. And I just feel like it's always the really young crowd that's really vulnerable, like working at a middle school. Like my middle school, there's middle school students who are non-virgins. And it's like, damn well, they think life is forever. So they don't see the consequences of their actions. And it's not to say like, oh, they deserve this or that. It's just to say like, what are we doing as a community to make sure we're not like chastising them, we're not belittling people who have sex. It's not about that. It's about like safety. It's about making sure you're getting checked, you're getting your ointments, you're getting your pills, whatever you need to make sure that you're healthy, because that's what you should want. And I feel like you're right though, you bring up a good point. Like it's funny to be like a hot girl summer, but I would say this, feminism, hot girl summer doesn't always mean you getting dicks all up in you. It just means that you are doing you, live your best life, go out and dance, twerk.
But you're talking from how old are you?
A little bit more grown perspective,
right?
Yeah.
So these girls, like you say, don't know that that's what it means.
Yeah.
They don't understand that's what it is. So I mean, it does come from education, and sometimes like my mom was not the type of person to sit there and have those type of conversations with you. Mm-hmm. And most of what I learned was through either my older sister's experience or friends, and friends are not always the best.
Yeah.
Right?
I wonder if it's also very cultural. You know what I mean? Like, but that's not even true, because my sister goes to a really wealthy school, like wealthy, like Amber Rose's kid goes there. And it's like these kids are doing the same thing. So I almost wonder, like, it's not about money. It's not about education. It's about, like, the support systems that you do or don't have.
And the influences.
The influences.
Yeah.
There it is there. And, so, I mean, even if you go to a rich school, it doesn't matter. Like, sometimes these parents are too busy working and not really giving it.
It might be worse. It's probably worse in the areas because they have more resources to certain things. Mm-hmm. They can go to places where others can't. I mean, so when I was in high school, I went to high school in the Valley, and I was shocked as shit. I mean, I grew up in L.A. and South L.A., so, I already thought we were bad. Yeah. But I go to the Valley
it's a different type of bad.
It's just like, goddamn, you guys can get away. Why
like
are you guys
Sin
vergüenzas?
Sin vergüenzas? Just because they don't have to have vergüenza.
How the hell do they have parties at their parents' homes every Friday after football games with alcohol. And I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? Like, I could never do this at my house or at anybody's house that I know.
Right. So before I go in the chat box, I know that Kosie wanted to say something.
Kosie, producer Kosie, you were saying something?
She wanted to get on the mic. No?
Okay.
She holding it all until the end for the 20-minute rant.
Damn, Kenny.
So I want to go to Kenny. Kenny says a lot of those STDs are causing doctors to tell women to get C-sections off top instead of doing natural births. Mm-hmm. Plus, they are pushing C-sections on black and brown women, while a huge number of white women are receiving uterus transplants.
What?
Shit's scary out here. Yeah. I'd rather have a C-section than
it's a lot of premature diagnosis, and it's very rampant. I mean, they have like real articles, real studies done. Like the mortality of black and brown women in the delivery room is like actually going up. You know, women in 2019 still die giving birth in a hospital.
I know, that's
and
scary.
That
scares
me. Is that
me.
because of lack of resources, lack of proper health
Hell no,
care?
they don't give a shit about you in
Some
that. Some
doctors don't give a shit about you if you if you have like free insurance and Medi-Cal. They don't give a fuck about you. They'll treat you just like another number. But the minute you show up with a PPO that has a 90% co-insurance, they're like, oh shit, okay, let's bring them in.
I think it's a lot about awareness too. I feel like people, especially when it comes to like things like STDs, like the STDs that were way back in the day are not what they are now because they've evolved. It's like the fucking flu. It evolves. The illness, the sickness. So like what you thought was like, I don't know, gonorrhea or whatever. What's the other one? Like fucking, what's the most common one? Syphilis. Damn, syphilis is wild, y'all. Right. I don't think people were really paying attention in the sex ed class when they were showing those pictures because now it's a lot worse.
Well, ladies, I know we can keep talking about this all night, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. We're gonna have to, honestly,
need like a health episode.
We're gonna have to. Yes, I was just gonna say we're gonna have to make this a topic because we got to go on to the next segment. But we're gonna go ahead and bookmark this.
In the chat
we
box.
got our next topic.
Una clase de chisme de otro mundo.
No me digas, nena, cuéntame.
So that wraps up Cheeseman. We're going to go ahead and we have a special treat for you guys because Mari's here. We're going to go ahead and jump into Mari's Minute where she gets a minute to let us know what's on her mind. All right, Mari, you ready?
Yay.
All right, jump in, girl.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm just going to keep it real short and sweet because it's that time of year again where you all need to register to vote. Now, I know we all hear about this and it's something that most of us goes right over our head, but I don't think you really are letting it set in how important this is. Just a few weeks ago, it was announced that the Democrats were going to file an official, formal impeachment process inquiry on President Trump. And this motherfucker turned around and said, you know what? No. So he's actually denying the process to even happen and says that it's illegitimate. As the president of the United States, as the president of a democratic society, you cannot decide on your own that you are above the law. And it is happening, people. So in the country you live in, a person that has committed crimes is deciding that he will not be tried for them. So I don't know about you, but I'm real fucking invested in my country and where I live and the things that happen to me. So you need to get out there. It's a plug. Please register to vote. It does matter. It's not okay to sit on the sidelines and let people like this get away with certain shit. And the other important thing is that it is Mental Health Awareness Day on the 10th. So this week, really taking the time to just make sure that you are grounded in yourself. And it's not just about fucking burning candles, incense, sage, palo santo, or meditating. I mean, like, really be about you and about yourself and about the things that bring you joy. Because when you are joyous, when you are in your best state, you are the best person. And that's who we need in this society. Good people.
Hey. Preach. Say it one more time, Maddie.
Girl, it was a whole minute. I can't say that.
Yes, Flashback Friday to Mari's Minutes.
That's right. You guys get a special treat by our special guest today who is taking a break from grad school to come hang out with the ladies. Mm-hmm. All right, well, that leads us to our next segment of the night, which is, Maria, do you know what the next segment of the night is?
Lord have mercy.
Oh
Question
God.
of the night.
It's game time.
Game time. Hey.
Oh my God! I wonder if they heard you that you did not say.
I mean, I don't have the script. So
you should know the order.
Yes.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Minutes
threw you off. Okay.
Yeah. Totally.
All right. I'll give you that one for now. You are a hot mess.
And it's hot as hell in here.
Stop drinking.
It's the 50th show.
All right. So today's game time, we're going to play a game of 5 seconds. You know, you ready for some 5 seconds, Maria?
Yeah. Just start with Myra though. The other end of the table. Hey.
I'll take it.
All right.
All right, here we go. So, Myra, 5 seconds. You have. All right, you ready? Oh, we got timer ready? All right, here we go. Myra, you have 5 seconds to name 3 reasons to get fired. Go.
Insubordinate, being late, and fighting a customer.
Ooh. Did you do all 3 of those?
I was like, that was real specific.
I have never been fired.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Then you ain't living.
She's like, because I quit before they could.
I've only had 2 jobs my whole life.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, no, girl.
And one of them was only like 2 months.
All right, Mighty, you ready?
Oh, God.
Oh, this is fun. I'm
Yeah.
ready. All right, Mighty, you have 5 seconds. Maria, you ready?
I am.
You have 5 seconds to name 3 things you suck on. Go.
Lollipops, popsicles, and cheese.
Hell no. If you accept that shit.
First of all,
I want to know what you're doing with your cheese, girl.
you know the string cheese.
Girl, she said this before.
I know. I was like, girl, I got these picked.
I think you
It
asked
could've
me
been
this question
anything, though.
before.
She says cheese every time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why.
It's better than yelling butts.
That's funny.
You know what?
That's funny.
I
We
just
gonna
can't
think
help it.
cheese is something else first.
Penis.
I was like, fuck.
Don't say
Hey,
it.
that's her
Penis.
That's her code
I
word.
never know when my family's listening. So as far as they know, it was cheese.
It was cheese. That's a code word. Got
Code
it.
word, got it, yeah.
Got it. All right, Maria, you ready? You ready?
Okay.
Oh my God, you're so competitive.
Maria, you have 5 seconds to name 3 things that are free. Go.
5-finger discount.
What?
Healthcare and ass and dick and
Dick? What? No.
Healthcare.
First of all, this is not Canada.
Yeah, she can't win with healthcare.
What?
yes.
What?
Healthcare is free for some. Yes.
But not as a general healthcare is free.
It is free for some. So I got it right. Yep.
I don't even know what
way.
sound effects
Y'all,
to give
Still
you.
ain't free.
In the comment section, you know that's not true.
What?
Healthcare is free.
Okay, how
For
about this?
some,
I'm gonna
the
give it.
people that they need that don't
Thank
have
you,
the funds.
Kenny. I can do it out of a can.
She sucked the cheese out of can. I want the listeners to be in the chat box. Let me know. Do you guys give Maria a passing on that?
Yes.
Name the ones you said again.
I forgot.
I said
She said
3 things that are free. You said 5-finger discount. That's
Yes,
not free.
that is free
That's
'cause
stealing.
it's a 5-finger
That's
discount.
stealing.
Healthcare
It's
dick,
not free.
and ass, and that's all free. And I named 4.
Oh my God, I cannot. Yeah, she messed up for sure.
What? Huh?
Keith said Obamacare.
I didn't
But
even
don't you
hear
still got to
a
pay
thing.
for Obamacare?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a low fee for
Medi-Cal
Obamacare.
is free,
Not if you have a job.
but it's free.
Mm-mm.
See, they always
ain't
against
free.
me.
I'm-
Against me.
You swear those weren't your answers, though.
Lord have mercy.
Moni's laughing at you. She said stealing is still free.
Yes.
Yes.
And Moni says Maria
Stealing
got it.
is a crime.
Just because Moni likes you, that's what it is. But you lost
Just
that game.
overlook Kathy
You're so
and
nice,
go
Moni,
ahead.
but she
What?
What
lost.
did Kathy say? She said, nay. Okay, girl, thank you.
I cannot believe you. No, we're going to leave it off. It sounds better, no?
Girl.
She's looking like she's in a church just fanning herself.
Yeah, I'm like,
Lord
dang,
have
you
mercy.
catching the Holy Ghost over here.
Do you guys want to do one more? We'll do one more. All right.
Okay.
Myra, your turn. Here we go. You have 5 seconds. Are you ready? You have 5 seconds to name 3 characters off The Simpsons. Go.
Bart, Marge, and Lisa.
Hey!
I would've lost on that.
Yeah, me
I would
too.
have lost it because I don't watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I just know
Yeah.
Bart. Oh, and Homer.
Which one's a baby?
Maggie?
Maggie.
Oh, I do know them.
yay.
Hey.
No
All right.
pressure, though. That's
Here we
why.
go. Myra's 2 for 2. All right, here we go, Marty. You have 5 seconds to name 3 things you'd find at an adult store. Go.
Oh, wow. Dildos, butt plugs, and condoms?
Hey, that's good.
Okay. Question mark on the condoms?
See, Maria, that's how you do it. You don't just
Flavor
make shit up.
condoms.
All right, Maria, you ready?
Edible
I just want to say I'm dying at Kenny. He says I'm out here stealing dicks.
5-finger discounting these dicks and ass
You
or what?
stealing dick and ass, girl, it's free.
Stealing dick and ass.
At least you ain't paying for it.
Right.
Because
right.
that's a whole nother story.
She just
Oh
steal
my
5-finger
God.
discount.
That's a whole nother intervention.
Give me that dick. That dick is mine.
Get it over here.
Put it in the bag.
God,
Just grabbing ass cheeks. You're mine.
No, and now she's like putting her fist in the air. You swear.
She's right in the chair. She's right in the chair. Get it, girl.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
A wheel came off.
Hey, I can't do this. You cannot even put this song with all that, okay?
Yeah, you need King Jesus, Maria.
Lord
with your
knows
5
I
minutes.
don't
Are you
feel
ready?
damn nothing.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Maria, you have 5 seconds to name. Wait, really quick before I do this. Do you think listeners in the chat box just put yes or no? Do you think she'll get this?
Hard.
Do you think she'll get this? Just put yes or no.
How much faith do they have in you?
No, because I know this heifer. She's gonna ask me something geographic.
No, this
I
is.
thought you said she's nasty. I was like, damn.
I can be nasty, but I didn't do these. This is producer Kosie. She already has them pre-written,
Nasty,
so I'm not making shit up. This is what Kosie wrote.
Okay.
All right. Do you think Maria will get this? Put yes or no. Here we go. Maria, you have 5 seconds to name 3 reasons to ghost someone. Go.
To what?
To ghost.
Oh, didn't call me back. Your dick is small. You're fat as hell. You ugly.
Oh my God, you got a whole ass list.
Damn.
Girl, relax. You mean. Fucking high maintenance ass.
You're mean.
Look, I don't
doesn't
believe-
wanna lose.
I don't believe in none of the above, but I just started saying stupid stuff and throwing it out there, okay? Because nobody is perfect in this world. I mean, a girl got her own.
But you was real specific about that little dick and fat ass.
Well, fat asses, I like fat asses.
True.
But yeah, I didn't mean none of it. Like it just came out because I was
passed,
like,
you passed.
Hey, I won twice.
Okay.
Oh!
Look, Mara started twerking.
You can't twerk to Tupac.
Girl, you moving it.
All right, here we go. Okay, we gotta get going, guys. We're taking too long on the game. All right, let's go. Question of the night. Question of the night.
Baby said she
Because
won
we
one.
gotta go.
Hey, she won.
Can I get an action for ya? Can I get an answer? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my god. Shout out to Crystal, our awesome friend Crystal of the Ladies Night. She's actually on her way to Chris Brown's concert right now.
What?
If not, she said she was gonna be here tonight to celebrate our 50th. So Crystal's
tell
gonna
our man
tell
we said
our
hi.
man that we said hey and bring him back to Ladies Night.
Don't bring him back.
Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Don't.
All right, Mara. What's your question of the night, Chica?
All right, ladies. This one is for the ladies. Men, you can chime in as well. Ladies, can you allow your bestie to come live with you in your matrimonial home?
Ooh.
Question of the night.
That's a good
I'm gonna repeat it one more time for Kosie. Yeah. If she hurries up anytime.
I know, right?
All right. Question of the night. Ladies, can you allow your bestie to come live with you in your matrimonial home?
Oh, damn, that's a good one.
Do I have extra rooms?
We'll go around like this. So, Mighty, you're gonna go first because
Okay.
you're the first one to talk. So,
Yes, girl. I had to get in my 2 cents in.
all right.
I got questions.
So, ask your questions.
Okay, wait. Just only one. Like, do I have a guest house / extra room?
No guest house. It's just your house.
It's
Regular
just my
house.
house?
One
It
house.
doesn't matter what type of house you have.
Yeah, it's just would you have
I'm thinking
her?
like a big ass house that I can't. Even
I'm gonna
hear
give you a house. It's gonna be 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room, a kitchen, a dining room area. That's it.
Standard house.
Standard house.
You have a backyard and front yard. You have a nice white gate.
And she is.
You have 2 dogs.
She or he is living with me in my matrimonial home.
Yes.
And not indefinitely, right? It's just like living with me.
Like,
or-
let's say.
Whatever, whether it's a week, a month.
Because
just
for me,
periods.
I think I don't care. I think that if you were really my best friend, like I know you enough to know that you would respect my relationship, you would respect my home, you respect our friendship, you're gonna live your life. I'm gonna be over here like, okay, do you have a sock on the door? Like I'm here for it. Like do you, boo? I'm like, if you're really, if it is that type of best friend, and there should only be one type, then I think that it shouldn't matter. But then if you start getting a little metiche, that's not best friend shit, and you out.
But sometimes it happens like that, right?
No, it doesn't. Not if you drop those friends and they're not your friends no more. I'm just saying.
So let's say you have that trust with your friend.
Yeah.
She's always had your back, but she's hot and she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You letting her move in?
Oh, yeah.
And she walks around in her normal shorts that are like a little bit of the booty.
Have you ever
saying,
been
like,
Have you ever been
respect.
over with Kosie?
Yes, girl, she be doing too much.
Have you?
She be making me uncomfortable.
Okay. Have you?
Kosie be walking out with pasties and shorts.
Yeah.
She does. Kosie, say something.
It is the land of
Talk
the
about
free.
you.
Have you ever lived with a man? Have you ever been?
Mari?
Mari, have you ever been like
I've
shared a home?
cohabitated, yeah, but when I lived in San Diego, yeah, and I lived with my best friend at that time, and I mean she would wear her shorts and stuff, but I think like I have a lot of respect and a lot of mutual like understanding with my friends, so I never saw it as like disrespectful, like oh homegirl's coming out in like a little nightie and like trying to seduce my man, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's also like if that's your home and you're paying rent, like. Fucking do you like? And my man should not be sexualizing you if you are wearing clothes that are a little skimpy. Like, let her live. The fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you should see her as a sister too.
So
if I
you
see
would.
her that way,
You would.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it, especially if she's helping with rent.
What about when Kosie? Because you know Kosie loves. I love that Kosie is so like open.
None of my friends have titties like that though.
Well, like Kosie's, yeah, Kosie has some big titties. Kosie has huge titties. So like Kosie, when you walk around, I love it because we're both like that. But like when there's guests around, my mom always taught me like my mom didn't even let me come downstairs in my pajamas with my own brothers and my dad.
Yeah,
I couldn't no, go back upstairs, go change, get ready.
Hay hombres aquí.
Yeah. That was my mentality. So that maybe that's why I think like that. Maybe, you know, I know Kosie grew up with a lot of women, you know, so maybe that's that mentality. But my mom would always tell us, like, you can't come downstairs in your pajamas. Go back upstairs and change.
Or, like, are you not wearing a bra right now?
Right.
Like,
not. Yeah, exactly. That's a big one.
But you also have men that are cochinos, so you have to. And cochinos are nasty.
So you got them older theos who you're like a little skeptical.
No, fuck the theos. That's disgusting. But I'm just talking about in general. Somebody comes over and to fix the house or whatever, and so I completely understand my mom.
Like if it was like a plumber. Or
yes,
some shit.
Go,
but if it's
go
like
upstairs.
your own brethren,
is somebody knocking?
Yes.
Somebody was knocking.
If it's your own, I'm
we
not
need
ready
a
to
peephole.
fight.
Hey, get my pepper spray real quick.
We need to put
open the mailbox. Open the mailbox.
We locked it. We had locked the door because we were having issues with the door.
Oh my gosh.
Announce yourself. We got a visitor.
We're about to pepper spray you.
Yes, we was all going to try to fight.
We got a real surprise visitor today.
Yes.
Look, Annie walked in
you
with
even scared us. That's how surprised we
Daniel's Hennessy bottle. Okay.
We gotta drill a little hole right there so we can see out of.
We got a visitor in the building. We got our very own family member of the Good News Radio. Shout out to.
What up?
Hey, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Oh, y'all already know. It's your favorite Wednesday night person that come here every other Friday just to kick it, party, chill, drink. You already know what I do. It's Big Mark from Sports Talk with Mark Wednesday nights, Good News Radio app, 8:30 p.m. If you ain't already tuning in, you missing out. What up, though? It's the 50th episode, ladies. What's happening?
Well, what?
Hey, Mark, thanks for stopping by, man.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's a celebration.
It is a
celebration.
It's a celebration, motherfuckers.
That's much love, Mark. Thank you.
I missed the relative's 50th birthday on purpose, but I wasn't going to miss y'all 50th episode.
All right.
That's real.
That is love right there. So shout out to Mark for stopping and surprising us. I didn't even know he was coming.
Well, I mean, on the flyer, it said you had a special guest coming in, so I already knew I had to put the cap on.
That's my special guest right here,
I knew
Mike.
it was her.
Yes.
But you had another one coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, it's your turn, actually. We're going around and asking for listener questions. For you, here's the question, Myra's question. Go ahead, Myra.
So the question was, would you ever let your bestie move in with you in your matrimonial home?
With your partner, obviously.
With your partner.
Would you let your best friend move in with you and your wife at your home, your
For
family
how
home?
long?
Let's say it's 6 months.
Possibly.
Even he was a hot,
and he's walking around with like
6'2",
gray sweatpants and no underwear,
no shirt, always in his showing off his abs,
and gray sweatpants. You know the look,
his
the
little
look.
basketball shirt.
Let's say he's a sexy ass man
with his dry fit basketball.
And he
shorts
well
on.
endowed.
and he's a charmer. He's
Look,
he's
we put extras out.
He's
we
a flirt.
didn't do this to Marty.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
But y'all have been like brothers since the start.
No, my best friend always has a place to sleep with no matter where I'm at in this world. So.
Live. We didn't say sleep.
Yeah, not sleep. Live.
Same different shit.
No, it's not the same.
Kind of.
You can't kick him out if he on one night. He's
'cause
gonna be there for 6 months.
Let's say you
Hopefully my house is big enough where I don't see his ass.
Okay.
Because
Hopefully
you
the house
already
is
know.
big enough.
Moni said gray sweatpants make you risk it all, girl.
Hey.
Okay, girl, you is not coming over when my man is wearing gray pants.
Right.
you
You
gotta wait.
snitched on yourself.
No, seriously, those gray sweatpants.
Yes.
But, all right, so you said yes. Okay. Maria, what's your take over here?
I think now I'm gonna say no, and it's only because like my mom raised us like, oh, you know, your house is your nest, like you don't let nobody else, and I understand why, but I've had people living with us, and the worst one was
Jackie.
A family cousin was living with us, and
did you have a cousin Faith? You had a cousin Faith.
And so he brought, it was a guy, and he brought his girl every night and would have sex. And we live in a 1-bedroom. So just imagine that girl was like super loud and, you know, like just doing too much. And he was staying in the living room. So that's why I would say no. Like, it's just, it gets out of hand, and then the conversations are hard, and then they don't understand because they're paying rent, and it just gets messy. So I would say no. Okay. My nest. That's me. I want to be the only one making those noises. I want to be the only one looking like that. I want to be that's me.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for me too. I guess it would depend on the person. It would depend on the situation. It depends on a lot.
Yeah.
But if anything, I might have to say yes. Yeah.
I'll sure.
I'll send my husband out to go.
I just feel like, what kind of friends do you have if you really that worried?
Absolutely, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I would say
no, not worried at all. Like if you're saying that in general, because I would say that I just wouldn't want to put myself in that predicament to want to have those hard conversations. Like, hey, like, you know, homeboy can't really come over and stay like that. Like, you know, what's his name's really not cool like that.
I
like,
agree with you, Maria.
It's just a form of respect, because if they're paying bills, they're gonna feel like they can do certain type of things. Because they live there and they pay the bills.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna give them a time limit though. I'm gonna be like, no more than like 5 months. No more than
some
that.
people, you know, you need to help out your friends.
I
you know
get
what
that.
I mean? You know that they'll help you out if you were in that position.
Yes.
But you also, if you know your friend, you'll be like, okay, she's not gonna stay.
I'm giving them rules for sure.
Yeah. She's not gonna overstay.
You gotta wear a bra. You cannot come out with showing your nipple. If Kosie moved in with me and my husband, I was like, Kosie, you cannot wear your little tank top showing out your boobs. No short shorts. You gotta be a 2 inches above the knee. You gotta wear a robe.
2 inches above the knee, bitch. Buy her a fucking nun outfit.
Every time you come out your room, you better have a robe tied up. Put another robe over it, tied up.
You better have some clothes under that robe.
Actually, I bought you a onesie for you're gonna walk around.
You gotta praying to Jesus every 30 minutes, you know, in her full gown.
Right.
They caught it, cousin Faith. Everyone else was like, what are you talking?
I'm gonna put a bell on the door every time you come out your room. I'm gonna hear it. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
But I get it, because there's been times where like I would have somebody over for a few days, and I'm like, oh my God, like I just need my space. Like I just don't, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just, and it just kind of gets like, especially when you have like your kids or or if they have kids and they're coming over, and then you have to be like, you know, can you tell your kids?
I would just think I don't want to entertain them. I think that was in my mind. Like, you live with me, I'm not entertaining you every day. We just live together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think you're looking at it more as like a roommate kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's why I asked you if you've like stayed with someone or lived with someone for a long time and you have a family, you build your home and you have that kind of thing. Because I would not, I'd be like, you know what, and even my husband, whoever, they'd probably be like, you know what, whoever this is, let's not have like a tough conversation, but just let them know like we need to, you know,
right?
Because that kind of builds tension between you guys too.
Right. All right, I'm going to wrap this up right here because we got to go on to the next one. So thanks, Maya, for the amazing question of the night. That was a great one. Yeah. So let us know in the chat box, would you let your best friend live with you and your partner? Let us know.
I feel like you should make all your questions
Can I get an answer?
All right, so our next one is from a question from a listener. We have a listener question, y'all. So y'all stay tuned to this one. This is interesting. Should a woman who is married in a relationship accept a drink from another man at the club or the bar, or just being out in general?
By herself?
So I'll say it again. Should a woman who is is married or in a relationship accept a drink from another man at the club or at a bar? Do you want me to say it again, or did I stumble too much for you? You good?
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to start this time with Maria on this side. We're going to go this way now.
That's an interesting question because, I mean, it's a drink, so there's really nothing attached to it. But the next question is are you with your significant other or are you by yourself? If you are by yourself, no, there's nothing wrong with it. Somebody serves as long as the bartender is giving it to you, and that's all it is. But then I feel like there's always an attachment because guys will be like, okay, she accepted the drink. Let me roll over there and talk to her.
No, yeah. So let's say this guy, he came. You're at the bar. You hanging out with your girl. You got a drink. Are you hanging? Your drink is like almost done, right? And this guy comes next to you and your friend, and it's like, "Hi, how are you guys doing?" And then they buy you a drink. Are you gonna accept it? Yes or no? That's the question.
Okay, let me retract. No.
Your lies, bitch. Lies.
No, and let me tell you why. Because I feel like
don't lie, Gina.
Look at his face. Look
don't
at his face.
Lie,
he
Gina.
over you already.
Did she?
Why you gotta lie?
Did she say if she
that she would not accept the free drink?
If she was with her man, or if she
no,
was
if she was with her friend.
That drink was $15.
Regardless, let me tell you why. Regardless, because I had to think about it as I was talking. I was thinking. Sometimes when a guy buys you a drink, there's an attachment to it, and they want to come and be clingy and talk to you, and like they think that
security,
that drink is yes.
Security.
I don't care. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
All right, Mark.
I'll try to give it to Jackie sitting next to me.
Would you accept a
But
drink from a girl?
That's you still accepting it. You're still accepting it.
A drink from a girl?
And
From
you
like
have
a
a
woman.
girlfriend or a wife.
And she's not there with you though.
She's not there with you.
Yeah, because she buying me a drink. That's less money I got to spend that night. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, cheap.
Okay, but then what if she comes up to you and starts talking to you, trying to holler at you, trying to
Listen,
take
baby,
you?
I appreciate the drink. Hey, you're pretty, you're beautiful. I appreciate it. Matter of fact, I'll buy you one in return
There
just
you
to
go.
make us even. But right now, listen, I'm just trying to drink this drink.
Okay, I have a
Keep
question
up
for
on my
you.
girl.
How would you feel if somebody bought your girl a drink?
I'm not stupid. I know that happens. Like
Yeah.
I'm not ignorant to it.
Yeah,
Like, if I'm with somebody that I know who's going to attract attention, whether she
Right.
with the girls or friends or whatever the case may be, and she accept the drink, shit, that's cool.
Nah,
Like,
look,
don't-
that's like if you're with a girl and a guy sends her a drink or buys her a drink and you're with her, that's
No,
Well,
but
he's
no,
not
she didn't say if she was like right
Oh,
there. You know?
That's
Yeah.
why I asked.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
with
different.
him
If
or
you're standing
not?
next to me,
yeah,
we're gonna have a problem.
yeah. That's a whole
That's some slap
That's
in the
a
face
whole
type shit.
fight.
Also, that gives me permission to go do whatever the fuck I want in this club with you.
I will say this though, because at the club there's a lot of single people, a lot of single
Yeah.
people talking to other single people. So if I'm standing next to a guy and when I was single and talking to him, and then somebody else sent me a drink, I hope they would, because how does he know that we're actually together?
Hell, I tell you,
Unless
real
you
life-
macking
I
on
tell you
me,
real life
But
fucking
would you
story.
accept it is the question.
I tell you
If I'm
funny
single,
story, though.
like my thing is like the person that's sending a drink, how do they know that you're in a relationship if you're not like holding
Yeah.
hands,
By
if you're
you
not kissing?
accepting or not accepting.
If
That's
I'm,
not necessarily
do you
true,
get what
though.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the scenario though.
If you're standing next, you just said it. If she's standing next to her man without this person knowing
but
if
how
they're
will
in a
they-
relationship or not, her saying no, thank you, and not accepting it will show.
Have you ever been
Oh, I
on a
see what
date?
you're saying.
Have you ever been on a date at a bar though, and you and the guy that you with, and like for like a split second,
Yeah.
y'all look like y'all don't even look like y'all together.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, then that's a perfect opportunity for somebody to walk up
Yeah.
in
But
there.
that's what I'm saying. Then that what happens is what she's saying is she would not accept it at that time,
Yeah, 'cause
right?
Then you're supposed to make, but you're supposed to make
Or
it
no.
aware. You were supposed to make the person aware though, like, hey, I'm with him.
If
right?
a guy sends me a
That's-
drink and I'm with my
that's
man,
where
I'm
you
like,
would
baby, we got a
accept it
free
or not
drink. Let's
accept
go. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be like, I hope that my partner wouldn't be upset with anybody because that person sending me a drink might not think we're actually together, so they didn't mean any ill intent.
Yeah, but,
It was
I feel
just,
like I'm
you know-
belittling my man by accepting
No.
the drink and going.
My man
I
better
can
not be
be-
belittled
be
by a
gangster
drink.
with it, though.
I don't
Yeah,
give a
if you
fuck.
belittled by a drink, you're not really a
thank you.
man.
What do you
I'm
think,
just
Myra?
saying it on
Myra,
that.
what do you think? What do you think, Myra?
I think if you're with your girls and somebody sends you a drink, I don't think there's anything wrong with accepting
Right.
it.
But if you're with your man, is what she's saying.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense if we're around each other, but we don't look like we're together. Then I'd be like, okay, this dude just sent me a drink, and he'd probably be like, all right, well, shit, well, all right, whatever. But if we're next to each other, I'm not taking that drink just for the simple fact that I don't want
Drama.
my
Yeah,
man
you're
to go over there and
belittling
be
your
like, hey, man,
man.
what the fuck?
You're belittling.
I don't think you're
him.
belittling.
I think you are.
I don't think you're
It's not
belittling.
belittling.
No.
If you
To
sent
me-
me a drink, let's say, okay, you sent Myra a drink, and Myra's with her man, and
Nah.
that's her man, and she got the drink, and they walk away. You gonna kind of chuckle at the fact that she accepted your drink, but she
Oh
with
yeah,
that guy.
my ego's about
But
to be
look,
too
let me
fucked
tell
up.
you.
That's what I'm
Yeah, but
saying.
so is your
Nah.
credit card bill because you spent that money.
Yeah,
bitch.
and
don't give a
I
fuck.
don't think
That don't matter because I could pay a $15 drink.
I would
Nah.
rather not.
I would
All
say
right.
I agree with you though. I don't think my man or what it would be like, oh, why the fuck is it? That's insecurity. If
Right.
your dude is gonna go try to fight another dude because they
A
bought your girl a
drink?
drink, like
Now, wait, hold on.
Like,
Now,
what if the drink came with 2 straws?
I got?
It's
But I
not-
got.
You
I
so
got-
stupid. Let me.
No.
All right, we gonna
Wait,
end that.
Go
I got a
on
question
this
for you,
question
though.
One more thing.
forever.
One more thing for Mark, and then we're wrapping it
Just
up.
real quick.
What's
So,
up?
What if What if y'all out on a date
Yes.
with your man, husband, whatever case may be, and he fuck around and buy another chick a drink and y'all don't even know it while you're there with him?
Wait, say that one more time.
She got a chicken?
Huh?
A drink.
Say it one more time.
If a guy that you're on a date with buys another woman a drink and you don't know about it, how you gonna feel?
Ooh.
I'm gonna feel like you don't have any more
I feel
time.
like it ain't gonna be no second date, boo.
Only reason I said,
Wait, but you just said it was okay for you to accept
No,
it.
we said my man
sent another girl a drink.
But he also said
He
you
said
wouldn't
if
know
you're-
about it, so you really not gonna feel nothing because you don't
really
know
just
about
getting
it.
played all. You just getting play.
Only reason I
Y'all
asked that
heard
because
too much.
No.
I was the recipient of a drink from
There's
one
a-
some years ago, and she was like, put on my boyfriend's tab. I was like, what the fuck? But all right, cool. Yeah, and I walked away.
Yeah, I mean that's.
But she
you're
also
not-
didn't like
you're
want
not-
anything from. She was like, hey, you want a beer? Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
thanks,
I
bye.
mean, see, there's nothing wrong with
She was
that.
just probably trying to build up that bill for him
No,
because
she
she was
was-
probably mad at
she was
him.
just drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
And spending somebody else's money.
All right.
Good for
Well, yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next one. The topic of the night.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Philip,
All right, so I just want to go in
Yeah.
the chat box.
Keith, you bold.
So Philip said, "I don't be drama. If my girl gets a drink, I know she's
with me.
Yeah,
So he's secure about his relationship. Like at the end of the day, he knows that she's gonna leave with him,
It's just a
and
drink.
she just got a free drink. One less drink he got to buy his girlfriend. I
Yes,
feel it.
Get her some fries.
I feel it, Philip.
This is just me just speaking as a woman. I wouldn't do it because I just feel bad.
But it's
for
not-
what
But it's
he
also
is
the
gonna
relationship
feel
that
like.
you
look
have
what
with
Keith
your husband,
said.
your man.
Yes, and it's not your fault someone's sending you a drink.
Exactly. What did Keith say?
Okay,
What
so
did Keith say?
Keith says I would buy a girl a drink with my girl.
Yeah.
I
Then
didn't
he
expect
said-
that with
no.
Keith.
Oh,
he
got
said,
the
"Oh,
context.
never mind."
He took it
Got
back.
the context of the wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you both getting
So he
her a
wasn't
drink? That's
listening.
different. That's a whole nother world.
Yeah,
That's an invitation.
That's at that point you're just inviting people.
that sounds like Keith when he was like in his mid-20s to early 20s.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the topic of the night. Tonight's topic, we're talking about the ladies' first time. ... Oh yeah, Marty, did you know this? So
right,
tonight
we'll have to turn the air on
we're
then.
going around the table right here, and we're gonna talk about our first time, and we have a list of things. So the first one is the first time you had a mobile phone. So that's the first one. See?
Yeah, don't
your
get excited.
Get
You
your minds out your
Uh-huh.
gutter. But we might get there. So wait a minute. All right. Are you like my instrumental, by the way?
Yes. Okay. Here we go.
All right. So we're gonna go around. Let's start with Madi. Madi, when was the first time you had your first mobile phone?
Oh my gosh. Okay, it was a brick phone from Sprint, and I got it in like 2008, and I had to share it with my brother. We went to high school together at that point, and we had to share it. So he would get it in the morning, and then in passing period, he would give it back to me. And so this was when you were texting with like the the little numbers and stuff. So I feel like that was good times because I wasn't stressed about like my phone. It
Right.
was just like it was a cute little way to send my friends a little message. But
I feel it. But you had to share it with your
I
brother.
had to share it with my brother. So
Dang.
my kids is not getting one.
At what age was that, by the way?
I was like 16 or 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I got my
when
first
did you get
phone.
your own phone?
Probably not till like my senior year of high school. And even then it was like, you remember you could only text from like 7 to 7 or whatever. So it
Yes.
was free.
Sprint,
Yeah.
yep.
Sprint.
What about you, Myra?
My first phone I got when I was in 9th grade.
Really?
Yes,
Nice.
I was I was like
Wow.
one of the only
Sidekick?
kids with. I didn't have a sidekick. I had this little Nokia that was shaped like a little egg. It was also from Sprint. It was a free mobile to mobile, and it was 7 to 7, and free after 9 or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But
Maria,
yeah.
what about you? When did you get your first mobile phone?
2019.
Then after that, I had a bunch of chirps after that.
No, I got it when I would say I was in my 20s, 21. I would say, yeah, I would say early 20s, but 2021.
I was gonna go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think I was gonna say what year did the Sidekick come out? But it wasn't the Sidekick. My first phone. Hey, Moni! Okay.
Looking like a snack.
Moni, why you looking so good?
Look at she be looking snatched. Look at that
Wow.
waist.
What's the workout plan, Moni? What's the workout plan?
Moni's workout plan.
Ooh, Moni.
Okay, girl.
Shout out to Moni. She just came in
She's always here. I love
Finally
her.
get to see
Yeah.
from Never Not Extra.
Yes, it's Moni from Never Not Extra, Tuesdays at 8:30, and I had to one up Michael and Keith and Mark.
She even came through.
Yes. I love my Good News family. I swear to God, I love them. Everybody's in the building. They're showing us love for our 50th. Thank you, everybody. Moni, you look so good, girl. Pull up a chair. Come through. I'm going to say my first phone was actually my freshman year of college. That's when I got my first phone because that was when I moved out. I was living away from my family. My mom was like, I got to check on you. Here's your phone. So I'm going to say 18. All right. How about your first job? Your first job.
Oh, my God.
All right. Maria, what was your first job? At what age and what were you doing, girl? What corner?
What an hour and Imperial.
Oh my gosh, that's a huge intersection.
Hey, made the money. No,
there'd be a lot of corners.
No, my first job was U-Haul. So I was actually like putting, hooking up the trucks with the hitches and moving big old trucks. So originally my first job was with my dad, but I learned everything there, and that I don't really consider that a job. But yeah, U-Haul was my first job.
All right. Moni, what about you? When was your first job, Moni?
Is this Michael?
Yeah.
My first job was a call center. If anybody lived in Marina Valley or Paris or Riverside, they know that was everybody's first job. It was a call center called Starcrest. And I was a senior in high school. I was like 17, and everybody from my high school worked there.
Is it
all the seniors?
Telemarketing or something?
It's like a catalog order center.
Dang.
So yeah.
Mark, what age and what was your first job?
First job was I had a summer job. I had a summer job since I was like 13, building fences with my uncle back in Detroit.
Okay. Building fences. That's right. Okay. Marty, what about you, girl?
Well, I do count my free child labor experience as my first job. My grandpa owns a liquor store in Inglewood, and I started working with him when I was 10 or 11. It's called Al's Market on the corner of 111th and Freeman, y'all. A lot of people actually know about it.
Yeah.
It's been there for about 30 years
But his
now.
name is not Al.
It's not Al.
That's my Theo
But
right
he goes by that. He'll respond to it, but he goes by like P, or his name's Pedro. But yeah, I worked there from 7. I worked there for 7 hours a day, and he used to pay us $1 an hour.
I thought you were gonna say from 7 years old. I'm like, damn.
Well, I mean, we all went to the store. Yeah. Go to the store.
The kids right now go to the store.
But I wouldn't be allowed to like work all day until I was about maybe like 8 or 9. I was like 8 or 9. I was like in 4th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Myra, what about you?
My first job was when I was a freshman at CSUN, and I worked at the Northridge Mall at the Children's Place when it first kind of opened up.
I didn't know that. I was working in the bookstore when you were working. Oh no, wait, that was 2002. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was there in 2004. So I was basically there like 3 months folding clothes, and they had this type of schedule where they put you on call. And you have like a full schedule, like for 4 hours each day, but you have to call in to see if they're going to need you. And they would do that to me all the time. And then I couldn't plan my fucking days because I have to call in if they say yes. So one day I called in and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just not going to be able to do this. It's not working for me.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye. And that was it. I didn't put in the 2 weeks. She's like, is this your 2 weeks? I was like, sure, if this is how it's supposed to be, but I'm not coming back.
My first job, I was 16 years old, and I was selling drugs. No, I'm just kidding. Let me clarify. I was selling pharmaceutical drugs.
That's the best kind.
I was the cashier at Save-Ons when it used to be called Save-Ons. Actually, the one in Inglewood on Market Street. My tia, shout out to my tia Carmen, she got me the job. I was a junior in high school, and they needed cashiers, and I was pretty much exchanging. I was giving them their pharmaceutical drugs, and they were giving me money exchange. That's why I always joke around that my first job was selling drugs.
You was a dealer.
I was a dealer, and I was the middleman. Because the pharmacist is the dealer.
Yeah.
All right. How about your first heartbreak? All right. I'm gonna start with Mark. Mark, at what age was your first heartbreak?
Oh, God. First one?
Yes, the first one. Get into the mic. At what age? What age was your first heartbreak? You don't have to go into details, just what age.
The first one was like 12.
12?
Yeah.
12?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, but like that's the junior level shit. But like also that one was self-inflicted.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
wait a minute, what is we talking about? What's
self-inflicted?
It was. I had made some dumb choices. But the deepest one though, 23.
Oh, how long were you with that person?
2 years.
Okay.
My daughter's mother.
Oh, hey. I feel it.
Good things happen.
Shout her out. Shout her out.
That's the homie. That's
What's up, Ruby? Harmony.
Wait, how many kids you got?
No.
You shouting out a lot of people over here.
No, I said 3 names.
The government is listening.
No, I said 3 names. I said 2 people, though.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. All right. Madi, what about you? At what age was your first heartbreak?
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna be like a little sentimental for a moment. My first heartbreak was probably when I was like 14 or 15, but it was not because of a boy. It was more like family related. So I've never ever been heartbroken by a man that was not related to me.
Okay. Oh, that's crazy.
That's deep.
That is deep.
Deep as shit.
That is deep, actually. Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Myra, what about you?
If you ever do have a heartbreak, that shit ain't gonna be shit.
No.
No. I don't know if this was. Maybe I was in high school, and I got my heart broken. I probably thought my heart was broken because I had like this really. I thought like I really, really loved this guy that was like my best friend, and we never ended up together. And he got a girlfriend, and then I was like, oh. And then I was still his friend, but deep down I was like, oh shit, I'm so hurt.
Aww.
Yeah.
Dang, that sounds so like nice though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the age of 22.
Was it like deep like
it was just more like
forever?
Ouch. I think it was more of my ego.
Oh
yeah.
And then you try to be tough and like
try to get on your Beyonce.
Bye bitch.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Bye
like,
bitch.
I don't give
but
a
deep
fuck.
down I'm like
you bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Crying and drinking tequila.
That's why I drink so much. I'm never
that's
over
where it all
it.
started.
10 years later.
Laugh cries.
All right,
She's
Maria.
still recovering.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering. Fuck you, asshole.
Wait, did I know you at 22?
We met 2005.
Oh shit, we counting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Because I was yep, you did. Because I was like 9. I was 19 or 20, and then
I think I met you at 22.
Yeah. Yep. Sure did.
Yep. There you go, boo.
How many years has it been? No, I'm just kidding.
Shh. Don't say your age. Don't say your age.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Right.
You say your age then.
I say it all the time.
You know what? I think we're just going to go over.
I do not mind.
I'm sorry, Keith. Keith, we're just going to have to go over tonight. Sorry, Keith.
Sorry. It's our 50th episode.
It's our 50th episode, damn it. We going over.
Jamaican horns.
We got a full house. We got my family from Good News here. Shout out to Moni and Mark.
Yes.
It's going to be a good time.
They just got here.
I know.
Eminem.
I love it. I love it. Can we be guests?
I want to be an M2 there. Hey,
Yeah, I'm an M2.
We're all M's.
Yes.
They're all M's except me. I'm the only J, and that's a K right there.
JK.
That's a
JK.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. All right, Maria, come on. When was your first heartbreak?
For me, I would say I'm like Madi. Like my first one was when I was 17, and it wasn't by,
That's true. My dad broke my heart first.
So, after that, I would say until I was like 20.
Okay.
Yeah. But my first one was not.
Yeah.
So by that one, I was like, "Fuck you, bitch." As you said,
no tears,
did not happen.
No tears.
That's crazy.
I know
You
how
end
to
up
move
cold.
on. Yes.
It's kind of a gift and a curse, actually.
Shit is bad.
What about you, Moni? When was your first heartbreak?
I think I was like 16 or 17, and it was.
Moni, I feel like you're such a romantic.
Yeah,
I want
not
a bad
anymore,
thing.
but
I think you still are.
I'm not.
I've been hearing your show. I've been hearing your show. You're a romantic.
Okay, I am a romantic, but it's not that dramatic anymore.
Okay.
But I was like 16 or 17, and it was like my high school boyfriend, and this girl hit me up and said, "Do you know that he's having a baby with me?"
What?
And I was like, "Oh, I do."
Oh, savage.
What the fuck?
Dang. At what age?
I feel like I wanted to be your homegirl at that time to go.
Nah, it's what I needed. I needed for him to like.
That was.
So you can get over him.
It was great. It was.
Yeah, girl, you probably dodged a bullet.
If I would have been the baby mama, then I would have.
That's how I feel about the
20 years.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man,
I would have hated to be in that.
Were you gonna say something, Maria?
I was telling you, Keith said, "Fine, y'all can go to 902."
Thanks, Keith. Thanks. All right. When was your first arrest? This is funny because the fact that Kosie wrote this and she knows us that we've all been arrested in this.
Oh my God.
She had to put that. Okay, Kosie, you gonna put us on blast like that? Hey, they gotta watch the other shows, listen to the other shows to know why we were arrested. So don't say why you were arrested. Just say what age you were arrested.
Okay. And arrested means you were like booked and tried, or you mean just in the back of a cop car with handcuffs?
For you, back in the cop car.
Yeah, because y'all know I couldn't get.
Yeah, for you in the back of the cop car.
I think my first time was probably when I was 19, because I was doing a lot of like underage things. But it continued till I was like 23. So I've been in the back of a cop car probably like a good 7 times. But I mean, hashtag light skin privileges, because I never had any rest. So God has been good, and I've been trying to turn my life around.
Oh my God. Yes, buddy.
What about you, Myra? What age? You don't have to say why. Just say the age. Your first arrest.
My 26th birthday.
26th birthday. If you want to know why, you got to listen to our previous shows, because we're not saying that, okay?
Yeah.
We're just saying what age we were arrested.
Imagining all the
Yeah.
We honestly have an episode where we talked about, and actually it was the episode where we found out we were all arrested.
That's crazy.
It's so funny because I saw Moni's face and she looked at me and was like,
You've been arrested too, right? Everybody from Ladies Night has been arrested. So you got to go check it out. Honestly, I don't even know what episode that is, because it wasn't even the topic. It was just a conversation that came up, and we all talked about it.
I think it was a question. Like, I think it was one of my questions. Like, what would you say you like? What would we
It was
think?
a question.
Why would you think you were arrested? Or
Yeah, it's like, oh, if
why
I
would
was
you think
arrested-
Jackie was arrested?
Yeah.
Why would you think Maria was arrested? And that was a question, and then we
And
ended up
it led to us confessing
confessing that we were all arrested.
it's a safe zone.
Look at Mark's face. Hey, you know what? It is what it is.
We are not
Don't
thugs,
judge us.
okay?
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover.
We don't have felonies.
Right. I don't have no felony.
Yeah.
I don't have no felony.
Everybody has demons in their life, so don't
Nah.
act like you perfect.
Look, and sometimes there's if you knew why, you'd be like, oh shit, they're
Right.
isolated. It's an isolated.
You got to listen to the episode.
Yeah,
Listen to the episode.
They're isolated incidents. It's not like it's one of those things where
Do
it's
we
like,
know what
damn, what the
episode
fuck
it
you
is?
guys
I
So,
don't.
listeners can look at it.
I don't know. We're going to have to find
I
out.
think Maria said one on our show before.
What did she say?
We didn't like set it off.
Well, we don't.
Set it off. We were all in the car.
That means
Set
that
it off.
they gotta
Put,
listen,
put,
and they
put.
were not extra to listen to that shit. Okay, we're not gonna bring up no.
No, well,
past
what
shit.
episode was it?
I don't remember, but she had called in.
Okay, that's all you have to say.
You got to listen to all the episodes.
Yes,
Every show.
every damn show to get.
Oh
to
my
me.
god. My lovely coworker Ricky, who listens, don't judge me. He listens all the time, and he's always like, shout out to him. He's always like, oh, Myra, the show wasn't. Oh, it was. I missed you and Jackie. I was like, oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. So what's his name? Ricky?
His name is Ricardo. Yeah.
Ricardo, thank you for listening, tuning in. Shout you
Yes.
out. Next time, do you have his Instagram? Let's shout him out.
Yes. I have to go in there and look at
Maybe
it
he
because I don't
doesn't want
remember.
to be showed out.
That's true, right? Well,
All right, well,
he's
thanks
always
for tuning
working.
in.
He always goes back.
Ricardo,
and
you're
listens
more
to it.
than welcome to come through the Ladies Night show and come hang out with your girls live.
Yes.
All right. Wait, Marie, what was your age? You didn't say your age.
For me, it was like right after I got my heart broken for the first time, and I just didn't give a fuck. And yeah, I went and I stole a car, and I had a G ride
Okay,
for the
she
weekend.
told us.
Okay, yeah.
I don't
that
give a
was the time
fuck.
she called
I
in.
stole a car, and I had a G ride for the weekend, and got caught.
Boy,
Yeah.
if I was
So-
Maria's in her same, like, if I was growing up with you and hanging out with you, I swear I'd probably have
You'd
a whole
be
track
living the
record.
life.
I'd have a
No, you
total
wouldn't have
track
a track
record.
record.
I swear to God.
If you guys were the same
'cause
age,
the way you are, that's right.
At that
she was
age,
like that, yeah, too.
Yeah.
She was like that too.
I would have probably been like,
So my age, I want to say I was 23 or 24. 23 or 24. I can't even remember the date because it's just crazy. But yeah, I think I was 23 when I got arrested. So what were you going to say? Kosie, how old were you, Kosie?
I was 20.
Kosie was 20.
I was the oldest
20.
out of all of y'all. How shameful. With a child. I was like,
I
with two kids.
I was 23.
It happens.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yours is different.
Yeah,
and
it is
then
different.
You've come a long way.
Wait, she smiled.
It is.
It is different.
It
I know.
wasn't really like just picture. It was my birthday.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you want to just say it? Just say it.
say it.
Okay, so I was in Long Beach. Downtown Long Beach is the worst place to ever go. Like, I'm traumatized. I'll never go there. The cops like wait for you in front of like, and I was outside. Everyone was giving me alcohol. Every time I turned around inside of this club we were in, or bar, lounge, whatever, everyone was giving me alcohol. So I was lit. But I was with people who I thought would keep me safe, and instead, we were leaving the club, walking to the parking lot to get to our car, and then the cops were like beating on these people. And like, I tried to be a peacemaker and was like, oh, you guys need to stop. What's going on? But I was intoxicated. Yeah. So the cops then just came for me and were like, oh, you're intoxicated in public. We're going to put you in the back of the car. And I tried to talk my way out of it. Mm-hmm. Don't post this. I tried to talk my way out of it because this is only for us. Yeah. And yeah, and it didn't work. And normally I'm really good at negotiating and getting myself out of anything. But he was like, nah, girl, you're too drunk. We're just going to take you in. And they took me in and they let me, like, basically I sobered up and they let me out the next day. That's some bullshit. Yes. I had to spend the night because I was sober. Well, they were like, if anybody can come pick you up, you're ready to go. But I had to literally stay there. Yes. Then I had to go to court and do community service for public intoxication.
That's crazy.
Yes. Well, it was shady. I could have, like, I don't think I deserved it.
Mm-hmm. And they be knowing they don't have to do that. They could have just let
And
you
it was
go.
like, dude, it's my birthday. Look at my ID. And they're like, yeah, I didn't care.
So, okay, since we're sharing, I'll share mine. So, the reason that I got arrested was because it's funny because we drank a lot, and I went with my sister and my friend, and we were in Venice, and then I didn't drive. They drove us back home. But because my guy that I was talking to at the time told me he was at Hermosa Beach, he's like, come through. And by the time we got home, it was barely midnight. And I was like, 2 more hours, all right, let me go. So I ended up getting in my car, driving to Manhattan Beach or Hermosa Beach, and then I was already at the bar that they were at, but I was like, no, let me get some gas real quick. So I went to the gas station. As soon as I came out of the gas station, I busted a bitch, and that's why they quote-unquote pulled me over. But, you know, I'm a brown girl in a white neighborhood. So they pulled me over. It was literally 2 cop cars, 4 guys. I'm by myself. I'm wearing a dress and, like, these boot heels. And we're on a hill. And they pretty much make me do all the tests, like, for a DUI. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I failed it. Well, no, here's the thing. So they made me walk a straight line. I said, 1, I have a bad knee. I play sports, and I'm injured. And I'm wearing heels. And I'm on a hill. Like, I'm not going to walk a straight line. So they try to do the breathalyzer. Mm-hmm. I try to cheat. You know when you're a little buzz, you're like, I was blowing out the side. I was like,
and they be knowing. Never had to take a breathalyzer test.
And so my breathalyzer was coming out incomplete. So they ended up putting me what looks like an ambulance, taking my blood, and they don't get your blood result until like a few days later. But because I didn't pass the other test, they made me go with them. And what's crazy is, I was being a smart ass to them. I was like, I don't feel comfortable with all of you male here. I'm the only female. Like, why does it take 4 men to arrest 1 woman? I was being a smart ass. I probably should have done that.
Got them mad.
Oh, they got real pissed. Good. They're like, well, we're training them, so that's why they're here. So they didn't like my answer. I was being a smart ass, so they arrested me. That's the truth.
Yeah, and you can actually get out of those. Did you know that if they're training a cop and they actually tell you that, like the likelihood of an arrest is like real fucking low because they've admitted that the person that they're with doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. And so I didn't know that. I wish I would have known this was back in like 2006 or whatever. But like they ended up arresting me, and I ended up sleeping at. Luckily, there was nobody else that came. I had the cell to myself, and then they gave me my keys. My car got towed. I had to go pay like $200 something to get it out. It was a hot mess. And then I started my job. My first day of job the next day. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, that was it. Okay, all right, moving on.
Look at Mark, he got so quiet. Don't judge us.
I'm not judging nobody.
Just saying.
Yeah, so I ended up getting a lawyer. I didn't get a DUI on my record. I ended up getting a wet reckless. So FYI.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I never had a DUI. Are you leaving us? Why? You have a hot date?
Is she really calling you out, though?
Moni got a hot date. What?
Lukewarm, she said. Not hot at all. So stop.
I just want to say that I love you guys, and you guys have a great show. And I'm so happy that you guys made it to 50.
Thank you. Yes, we love you. I'll see you tomorrow's meeting.
Be safe out here in these streets.
11 a.m. I'm bringing champagne for everybody. That's right. I'm bringing champagne and donuts for my meeting tomorrow with everybody at the Talk Radio.
Sounds so good.
All right. So the next one is the first time you ever drank alcohol. Maria, real quick, what age were you?
I want to say I was in the 10th grade. I don't know how old I was in the 10th grade, but we went to a ditch party.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And I came home and, I walked straight to my mom's car, tried to look as correct as I could, and then went straight upstairs and knocked out for the rest of the evening. So Yeah.
At what age?
10th grade, whatever 10th grade was.
That's 15, 16.
Yeah.
All right. Mark, how old are you?
Like 16 or 17.
All right.
You tried
was
it.
it at a party?
Right.
The first time I actually had alcohol, my mom had gave me like a Corona or some shit while we was all doing our family camping trip. But the first time I got drunk,
Oh, your mom gave it to you.
Yeah,
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, no, we was kicking it.
Marty, what about you? What age were you?
I can honestly say that I remember having some of my tia's wine in Las Vegas when I was like 15 or 16. I remember trying the wine.
Did she give it to you, or you like snuck a drink?
No, she was like, "Oh, do you want to try it?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, fuck it, like I'll try it." And I just had a sip of it, but I remember that feeling of like, "Damn, why do I feel so good?" I didn't have any more that night because it was all family, but like I just remember I was like, "Damn, this shit's good."
Right. Myra, how old were you?
I was probably like 10 or something.
10?
My dad.
What the hell?
My dad let me taste some of his Tecate beer.
Yeah, heathen.
Yes.
He said
he let me, like, he had it in a cup, and
That's like Jelly's age.
It's like he was just joking with us, like messing around, or tell us there was something else in there, and I sipped it, and then I was like, ugh, and so I think that's why me and my sister Cynthia, because he did it to both of us, hate beer. We hate beer. Yeah.
I was in 11th grade. No, wait, 11th grade. So my sister was her freshman year. Yeah, she was at. She went to UC Santa Barbara, and I went for spring break to visit my sister because my sister was like, "Mom, let her come. It's fine." So I went, and it was at her sorority party or whatever. I ended up drinking a shot of, I think it was tequila, and we took it together. So we took a tequila shot together for the first time. Yeah.
Did you get a buzz?
I had definitely a buzz. I was dancing with one of her sorority sisters' brother, and we were just getting our dance on the dance floor. They were all taking pictures of us, and like, look how cute they are. Like, girl, get out of my face. I'm gonna talk to him. That was that. All right. All right. How about this? How old were you when you lost your virginity? Dun, dun, dun. I feel like I should put some sexier
Why did everybody
music.
put their phones down?
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna lie or not.
Like, you don't want to share.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna plead the fifth or
What?
not.
No pleading the fifth.
You
We gotta be honest.
I just want to make sure all our people in the chat box are gone. No, I'm just kidding. Just in case, because you never know who's in there because you always have to change the name.
And look at Kosie.
I know. I'm trying not
Kosie
to look
ready
at her.
on this.
She's
Kosie
zooming in
ready.
on my face right now. I know it. I'm gonna hide my face. I'm gonna put like those sunglasses, you know.
Hey, perfect song for that.
How old were you when you lost your virginity? You know what? And it's funny because I think that our next topic, we're going to have to bookmark it for next week because we're already at 8:53. It's almost time to go. And yeah, so
Told you.
we're going to have to bookmark it. But all right, so how old are you when you lost virginity? Mark, we're going to start with you, man, because you are our special guest, surprise guest.
And no
Mark,
explanations.
Mark,
just say the age.
You
Just
can
say the
take. You
age.
can take 7 minutes answering.
No, you can't. You better answer.
Oh no, I was 17. That's the quick and dirty of it. I was 17.
High school?
The quick and dirty.
Freshman year of college.
Okay.
Wow, you were a young college person.
What made you do
I
it
was too.
finally, like, wait for college?
I think it was just time and opportunity. Quite honestly, that's kind of what happened.
Like investments.
like it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing.
That's the first time it came around.
No, that was the first time I really like took advantage of it. I had a couple other opportunities when I was younger in high
That's
school.
good. That's
but
good
like,
for you. No, it really is.
Do you regret your first time? Do you wish it was somebody else?
Ask him 30 more questions.
Right.
No, I mean,
He said we can go to 902.
I guess. Maybe. Sure.
You what? Yes, sure. What? What does that mean?
Sure. Maybe the person would change.
You wish it was somebody else?
I wouldn't say wish, but like it could have been. It would have been probably better.
I feel it.
It
All right,
would've been
Maddie,
more-
you're up, girl. How old were you when you lost your virginity? Let our listeners know. That's why they've been listening.
10
That's why
to
they're
age
here.
14.
That's
Go
why
ahead
they've
and
been
get it, girl.
waiting. They said, the ladies, when did y'all lose your virginity? At what age?
All right.
Your family's not listening.
Yeah, they are. I hope not. But either way, I feel like it's fine. I don't want any questions, though, after this. Is moving on to Myra. I was 20 years old.
Why don't you want any questions? That's
I
good.
no questions. We're just gonna.
That's good.
Good for you.
I mean, I'm not ashamed or anything. I just don't think
No,
like
way to
this
be
is.
better
We
than
don't got time.
everybody else.
Okay, go ahead.
Way to be good.
Myra,
person.
how old are you when you lost your virginity?
I don't feel comfortable answering this because kids listen to this.
What kids?
And they're gonna know I was arrested too.
Well, you already gave that information.
But look, when they get old enough, you're gonna have this conversation with them
anyways. And share.
It's not something to be shameful for. It's your experience.
I was in high school. I was in 11th grade.
All right. Do you want to say anything else after that?
It was
You thought
it was the best friend I thought I was in love with.
And that's what you should share. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it was somebody that you trusted, you loved. Did you regret it? Do you want to answer that?
No.
That's good. You don't regret it.
No.
See, then there you go.
Yeah.
That's something that we have to be honest and talk about.
Yeah.
Maria, what about you?
I was 20.
Twins.
And,
Virgin twins.
Twin.
And I was really in love with this person. I was with him for about, you can say, a year. And I was really in love. And I did it because I was leaving to Mexico. And I just wanted to make sure that he had something to remember me by.
Hey.
And I came back and heart was broken. So,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna add a little to it. I don't regret it, but I wish I would have waited longer.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't regret it.
How old are you again? Sorry.
I don't know. Like, I was. It
What
was
grade?
like It was before we became seniors.
So 17.
Close to 17. Yeah.
Yo.
Kosie, what about you? All right, Kosie doesn't want to answer. So
No,
I'm
she
gonna.
said you look at the board.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna answer before I answered, but what do you want me to do? Do you want me to answer first, or do you want me to go to the board first?
I was 18.
Kosie was 18. Freshman year in college, she said.
Hey.
Okay. I'm gonna say I was 22 years old, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is, I'm gonna say it because I honestly, we're Facebook friends. We're Facebook
It's
friends.
real.
Hi.
You are stupid.
Hi.
Hi.
I actually had a crush with this person all through high school from like my freshman year, and he was a year older until he graduated, which was my 11th grade year. I had a huge crush on this guy. I got reunited with him when I came back to LA from Northridge, and we were at actually a friend's birthday party. I never told him that he was my first. Do your people know that do your people that you had your first time with, do they know that they were your first?
No.
I was his first too.
Okay, so you were both first. You said no.
No.
You never told them?
Never.
And you never told him?
No, he knew I was.
Wait, how?
And
could
you
they,
never told him?
If you never, how could they not know though? You're a
Right,
girl.
girl,
They
you
would
bleed
know.
and all that.
I
Yes.
didn't bleed. I didn't bleed
Oh,
on my
I
first
did.
time. I did it.
Really?
I was like, I thought this was supposed to feel good.
No, that should hurt.
No,
I
yes,
was 22.
Yes, that was me.
And
That
I
was me.
didn't bleed. And he didn't know I was his first. I was 22 at this time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
I was 20, and
I don't think
just
everybody
never knew.
bleeds. I don't
Maybe-
know. If
But at
I used to
least it
ride
must
horses, so I don't know if that has anything to do
hell.
with it.
This girl blaming it on the
No, it does. Because
Maybe
it,
because I just saw my period or something. I don't know. That wasn't like on my period, but maybe because I just had it. I don't know how
Maybe
that
you don't
biology
know.
works. But like they never knew. They were a little bit older than me. They didn't know. They never asked. I never said anything. I didn't think it was important.
well, I didn't bleed, and
Yeah.
Kosie was saying maybe if you got finger banged, but I don't think I got finger banged either.
Wait, why is he saying this shit went left? But I don't want. I don't want to leave Brianna out because Brianna's up in here.
What did
thinking
Brianna?
so
Hi,
much.
Brianna.
She said she was 14.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Brianna, what was your experience
Hi.
at 14? I'd
We-
like
we-
to know.
Yeah, where was your mentality? Who were the person that you?
No, did it hurt? Did he bleed? Like,
Did
what
they-
was the experience?
and did
were they
they-
slow? Was he the same age?
And did they
like,
know that you were?
was a
It was
bunny
your
rabbit?
first time. Oh, well, I guess they would have known because 14.
Well, you just said no
No.
with money.
Sometimes women be lying about shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm literally my first time was at 22.
No, and it's not about like that, but like I don't know everybody's situation, circumstance, but there's people out there that lie about their age or if it's their first time.
How old was the girl when you first had your first time?
I think 18.
Was it? And was it her
You
first time?
think? Look,
Don't think so.
we think you lying.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. Like I didn't ask.
You couldn't feel the difference
Between who?
You
Like-
and her. Who the
Like,
hell
like
else?
you said, like feel the difference. Like as far as what?
Oh, that's true.
I don't
'Cause it's
think-
your first time.
Right.
I didn't think about that.
But even if it wasn't his first time, like I think that varies. It varies on how it feels.
Well, at the end of the day,
it didn't feel great. I can tell you that.
Does anybody regret their first time with the person that they were with? Producer Kosie said yes. She shook her heart hard. Like, she said yes, her head hard. She's like, yes, I regret it. Maria, do you regret? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
Mark, do you regret it?
No.
Marty, do you regret it?
Yes.
Myra, do you regret it?
I already said no.
Do I regret it? No, I don't regret it. So, all right. One last question.
Wait, do I regret it?
Wait,
yes.
Can you read Brianna's?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So she said she was being fast. I didn't bleed. He was not a virgin. He was 2 years older than me. It was it always happens on Valentine's Day, girl.
And she doesn't regret it.
And I don't regret.
So I'm assuming that's her boyfriend at the time. You know, that's a common age.
You can't
14,
regret
16.
it.
Or
Like
you just have to come to that
Day,
point where you know
like,
that doesn't have any saying on who you are as a human being and
Right.
your value. Like, fuck all that.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
patriarchal bullshit. Like, your virginity has nothing to do with your value as a human being.
Exactly.
You can do whatever you want with your vagina.
Exactly.
I
so
agree.
I don't regret it. I never told the person that he was my first. I never did to this day. I don't know if he knows, but he's actually living in Thailand right now. After his mother died, he moved out there and is teaching English to students. So shout out to him. He has a girlfriend. He's living life. He's happy. So I still keep in contact with him and his best friend, whose best friend was his roommate at the time. But person that I don't love him, but I love the idea of who I was with at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up, but
making sure we stay on that 902 for Keith.
One last question. One night stand. How old were you when you had your first one night stand?
Oh shit! Can we go that way? Because I really don't remember. I wasn't about that.
Mark, we'll start with you, Mark.
I was about to answer.
One night stand. How old were you?
When I lost my virginity, it was a one night stand.
That was a one night stand?
I
Dang, you got to come back to our next show. We're gonna go ahead and talk about that.
I believe it.
Madi.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my first time was a one night stand.
All right, Myra.
Salute.
30, my one and only.
Ooh.
You say what?
Okay.
Yeah.
She committal.
I was 30, and it was the only time it ever been. That's all.
I want to say I was 27.
That's all I got.
Myra?
I've never
Maria?
had a one night stand.
Lies.
No, I promise to God.
I believe
I've
it.
never had
I
a one
believe
night
it
stand.
because if I wasn't in, maybe you'll have one.
Let me tell you, I lost my virginity at 20, and I had I met Corey at 21, and I had Alexis by 23. So I've never had.
Coming,
no.
Hey, so shout out to everybody who has tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. This is Ladies Night Radio. We appreciate you. We love you guys. Shout out to producer Kosie who got this
beat our ass if we
gotta hurry up. Keith too. Mark, thank you so much for showing up and showing out.
Gotta show love every time I can.
I love you, Mark. I love my Good News family. I really do. They showed us so much love today for our.
And ain't today the anniversary when you got on?
Not yet.
According to like Instagram, whatever.
Oh
post
yeah,
you
her
made.
3 years.
3 years.
with
Yes,
Keith.
it is 3 years that I've been with the Good News. That I joined with Keith, and we have built his radio show to a radio network. And shout out to Keith, man. That's my brother, man. That's my family. I love him, and I'm here because I wanted to get into radio, and radio wasn't letting me in, so I created my own way. So that's why I'm here.
Boss moves.
I created our path, and now I got a radio show. I'm the station manager for Studio One. We got a meeting tomorrow. Make sure y'all show up on time. I got donuts and champagne tomorrow.
Not to our listeners. This is for the people that actually are with the business.
Oh, but next Friday, the 18th, we have game night. So we will be pre-recording for the game night because we were going to be at game night. So join us October 18th on Friday. It's the Good News game night. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be at the Star Hookah in not in downtown LA, but in Los Angeles. I'll post all the information. Thank you guys for tuning in. Maria, I'm going to go around the table. Where can they find everybody? Go ahead, Maria.
All right, so you can find me at Crazy Maria with a double A and an underscore at the bottom on Instagram, and that is the only place I'm at. So it is exclusive to only Instagram users.
Aww. Mark, where can they find you?
Follow my show, Sports Talk with Mark, at Sports Talk Mark on Instagram. Just follow that. And all my personal shit you can find off that. You'll be fine. Just follow that page.
And follow your radio show.
That's what I'm saying. Follow that one, and then you can get to the other stuff.
All right. Madi, where can they find you?
Hey, y'all. I'm Madi on the mic, and it's just like that, at Madi, MARI on the mic.
And Myra.
You can find me on Instagram at MeeraH, MEERAH, and the number 8.
That's right. And you can find me at mysterious.jax. And you can also find me at Ladies Night Radio Show. And you can also find me on the Good News Radio. Make sure you follow all of our Instagrams. And make sure you for sure definitely like us on... I'm over here trying to sign us out. There we go.
Doing it all, y'all. One
right
person
there you go. I'm
That's
producing.
the girl right here, the woman of the evening.
I missed you guys last week. I was in Vegas, but Keith held it down. Myra was out. I was out, but Maria, shout out to you and Kosie. You guys held it down.
And Moni for committed.
Thank you to Moni for coming in,
and Cedric,
and for Keith and Cedric. You guys held it down and kept the ladies' night alive. Thank you so much. And we will be having our 100th episode. No, I'm sorry, our 1-year episode. Coming soon in a few weeks. We were supposed to have a live show today, but we decided not to because for a few reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning to Ladies Night Radio. We love you. Yes. We really do. Shout out to us celebrating 50 episodes.
Ladies.
Cheers up.
Yes.
Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa centro, pa dentro.
Cheers to the 50 and then...
And 50 more. You got to stare at each other.
That's right. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. I'm your host, Mysterious Jax. This is Ladies Night Radio Show. And just remember one thing, ladies.
Yes.
You are enough.
Where the